think less, speak less, focus more. At first it sounds simple, almost too simple, but if you pause and really reflect, you'll see it's the key to surviving and thriving in this noisy generation. We live in an age of endless noise, not just the literal noise of traffic, machines, or city life, but a deeper, more exhausting kind, the constant chatter of the mind, the flood of opinions online, the non-stop stream of messages, notifications, and news. Everyone is speaking, everyone is thinking, everyone is rushing, but very few are truly focused. The ancient Stoics, who lived nearly 2,000 years ago, warned about this exact problem, though their noise was different. They didn't have TikTok or Instagram, but they had gossip in the marketplace, endless debates in the forum, and constant distractions from the politics of their time. And their advice? Withdraw into yourself. Train your mind. Speak only when necessary. Conserve your energy for what truly matters. The prison of endless noise. Let's look at our own generation. Imagine waking up in the morning. The very first thing most people do is check their phone. Before they've even taken a breath of fresh air, their mind is flooded with news, memes, reels, posts, and someone else's opinion. By the time you get out of bed, your brain has already processed hundreds of fragments of information. No wonder we feel tired before the day even begins. We live in an environment where thinking too much and talking too much are not just habits, they are addictions. The Stoics believed that the mind is like a garden. If you don't tend it carefully, weeds will grow. Today's weeds are overthinking, gossip, comparison, and distraction. And when the weeds grow too thick, the flowers of clarity and focus cannot bloom. Why think less? Thinking is good, right? So why would a philosophy that shaped some of the greatest leaders in history, like Marcus Aurelius, tell us to think less? Because most of our thinking is useless. It's not thinking, it's worrying, regretting, imagining worst-case scenarios, replaying past mistakes, and trying to control things far beyond our reach. This kind of mental noise drains us without leading to action. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Our generation has forgotten this truth. We think endlessly about things we cannot control, what others think of us, whether our post got enough likes, what will happen in the future, why life isn't going as fast as we hoped. But thinking less doesn't mean being careless. It means cutting away the useless thoughts and focusing on the ones that matter. It means asking, is this within my control? If not, why am I spending my life worrying about it? Why speak less? The second part of the phrase hits even harder. Speak less. We live in a time where everyone has a platform. A teenager with a phone can speak to more people in a day than Socrates did in his entire lifetime. On one hand, that's power. On the other, it's danger. We've mistaken speaking for meaning and noise for wisdom. But silence, the Stoics knew, is the true companion of clarity. Epictetus once said, "Be silent for the most part," or, if you speak, say only what is necessary and in few words. Why? Because the more we speak, the more we reveal our lack of discipline. The more we try to fill silence, the more we show our insecurity. In our generation, speaking less means not rushing to share every thought online. It means resisting the urge to jump into every argument, every trending topic, every fight that passes through social media. It means understanding that wisdom is measured not by how much you say, but by how much you withhold. Why focus more? And here comes the heart of the Stoic mindset. Focus. Focus is the rarest commodity of our time. Attention has become the new gold. Companies spend billions trying to grab it, because they know whoever controls your focus controls your future. But focus is also the key to greatness. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Our generation wastes countless hours scrolling, switching from app to app, drowning in distractions. And then we wonder why we don't progress, why our goals slip further away, why we feel restless even after a whole day busy. To the Stoics, focus meant being present, fully engaged in what's in front of you, whether it was a conversation, a task, or a moment of reflection. They believed in giving it their whole attention. To focus more today means reclaiming your time from the distractions of the digital age. It means choosing depth over speed, quality over quantity, presence over noise. So what happens when we combine these three principles, think less, speak less, focus more, and place them in today's world? We get a blueprint for clarity in an era of chaos. Imagine a person who thinks only of what they can control, who speaks only when it matters, and who focuses all their energy on one meaningful task at a time. That person would look like an outsider in our noisy, distracted generation, but they would also look like a leader. That's why this Stoic lesson is not just philosophy, it's survival. In an age of endless chatter, the one who can hold silence becomes powerful. In a time of constant distraction, the one who can focus becomes unstoppable. And in a culture of overthinking, the one who can act without drowning in thoughts becomes free. This is where our journey begins. In the coming parts, we'll break down each piece of this Stoic mindset. We'll dive deeper into what it truly means to think less, speak less, and focus more. We'll see how the Stoics lived it, and how we can apply it to our generation right now in our daily struggles with distraction, overthinking, and noise. The truth is simple. Your mind is your kingdom, your silence is your weapon, and your focus is your crown. And that's exactly where we'll start. Think less. Escaping the prison of overthinking. If there's one invisible chain that binds our generation, it's overthinking. We lie awake at night replaying mistakes. We scroll endlessly comparing ourselves to others. We hesitate to act because our minds are too busy imagining what could go wrong. The Stoics understood this problem long before smartphones and social media existed. They warned, "You suffer more in imagination than in reality." These words from Seneca could have been written yesterday, describing the endless loop of anxious thoughts that so many of us drown in. The trap of endless thoughts. Why do we overthink? Because our brains are powerful machines built for survival. They search for danger, predict problems, and try to control outcomes. That was useful when survival meant avoiding predators or planning for winter. But today our predators are often social approval, career choices, or future uncertainties. So instead of living, we're stuck analyzing. Instead of moving forward, we spiral backward. Overthinking turns the mind from a sharp sword into a rusty cage. The Stoic way. Think less. The Stoics weren't against thinking, they were against wasteful thinking. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to pause and ask, "Is this within my control? If yes, act. If no, release." That simple filter cuts away 80% of the noise in our minds. For example, you can't control if someone criticizes you online, but you can control your reaction. You can't control the economy, but you can control your effort and preparation. You can't control the future, but you can control this moment. Thinking less means living with mental clarity. It means your thoughts serve you, not enslave you. Modern application. In today's generation, overthinking shows up in constant hesitation. Should I start this project, or what if I fail? Should I message them first, or will I look desperate? What if I choose the wrong career path? The Stoic response: stop rehearsing failures in your head. Do what is in front of you. Take the next step. Don't let the weight of imagined problems crush the possibilities of action. One powerful modern practice is mind journaling. Each morning, write down what is in your control and what is not. Then, commit to acting only on what is yours to change. This clears the fog of unnecessary thoughts. Overthinking is the disease. Stoic clarity is the cure. When you think less, you don't become careless. You become free. You free your mind from chains it built for itself. Remember, the future doesn't exist yet. The past is already gone. All you have is the present, and it demands action, not endless thought. Lesson 3. Speak less. The power of silence. We live in a generation where everyone has a microphone. Social media has turned the world into a giant marketplace of voices, shouting, debating, gossiping, and competing for attention. Words have become cheap, and silence has become rare. The Stoics, however, understood something timeless. The fewer words you use, the more powerful they become. The noise of constant talking. Most of us feel the urge to fill silence. When there's a pause in conversation, we rush to speak. When we're online, we post our every thought, hoping for likes and approval. But the truth is, speaking too much often dilutes our wisdom. Epictetus advised, be silent for the most part, or speak only what is necessary and in few words. Why? Because words are like arrows. If you shoot them recklessly, they harm or miss. If you aim carefully, one arrow is enough. The Stoic value of silence. For the Stoics, silence was not weakness, it was strength. A person who speaks less shows mastery over themselves. They don't waste energy on gossip or empty chatter. They don't need to prove their worth with noise. Silence also creates presence. When you hold back your words, people pay attention when you finally do speak. Your voice carries weight because it is rare, not constant. How this relates to our generation. Today, silence is almost feared. We're so used to noise that a quiet person seems mysterious or even intimidating. But in truth, silence is one of the most powerful tools we can reclaim. Think of social media. The loudest voices often win temporary attention, but the wisest voices, those who speak less, with precision, earn lasting respect. Speaking less in our generation means not reacting to every online argument, not oversharing every detail of your life, not rushing to give an opinion when listening would be wiser. Instead of trying to be the loudest, aim to be the most thoughtful. A practical Stoic habit. Before speaking, ask yourself 3 Stoic questions. Is this true? Is this necessary? Is this kind? If the answer is no, hold your silence. If the answer is yes, speak simply and directly. Over time, people will recognize the strength in your words. Speaking less is not about muting your voice. It's about sharpening it. It's about realizing that silence speaks too, sometimes louder than words. Remember this. In a noisy world, silence is power. In a shallow world, few words hold depth. In a distracted world, your voice should be a sword, not a storm. Lesson 4. Focus more. Building the power of attention. If think less frees the mind from noise and speak less frees the mouth from waste, then focus more is the engine that drives life forward. Focus is the rarest skill of our generation and the most valuable. The cost of a distracted life today, distraction is everywhere. Phones buzz, notifications flash, apps are designed to steal attention in tiny fragments. A single scroll can trap us for hours. And when we look back, we realize we gave our most precious resource, our attention, to things that gave us nothing in return. Seneca warned us long ago. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. This feels more true today than ever. It's not that we don't have enough time. It's that we lose our time in fragments, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, until entire years vanish into distraction. The Stoic practice of presence. For the Stoics, focus meant presence. They believed life was lived moment by moment, and wasting a moment meant wasting life itself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." That advice sounds simple, but imagine living it fully in today's generation. Imagine focusing only on the task in front of you without checking your phone. Imagine truly listening in a conversation without your mind wandering. Imagine building something for years without being distracted by what others are doing. This is what Stoic focus looks like, the courage to give yourself fully to now. Why focus matters more than talent. In our era, many chase talent, shortcuts and hacks, but the truth is, talent without focus is wasted. A distracted genius achieves less than a focused beginner. Think about it. Most of the great works of history were not the result of scattered effort, but of sustained focus. The Stoics knew that attention is like fire. Scattered sparks fade quickly, but concentrated flames can burn through anything. Practical Stoic habits for focus. How do we build Stoic focus in this distracted world? Digital discipline. Limit the hours you spend on apps designed to scatter your mind. Create zones in your day where your phone is far away. Deep work. Choose one task and do it with full presence for an hour. No multitasking, no switching, just pure focus. Morning clarity. Begin your day by writing down your top 1 to 3 priorities. Let everything else wait. Guard your energy. Don't say yes to everything. The Stoics valued simplicity. Protect your attention like it's treasure because it is. Focus is freedom. When you give your full attention to one thing, you rise above the noise of the world. You stop scattering yourself into pieces and start living whole. Remember, in every generation, the distracted follow, but the focused lead. Lesson 5, the Stoic blueprint for this era. So now we bring it all together. Think less, speak less, focus more. At first glance, these 3 lessons might feel old-fashioned, like advice carved into dusty scrolls. But when you look closely, you realize they are exactly what our generation needs most. We live in an age of overthinking, where people freeze because they imagine every possible failure. We live in an age of endless talking, where words flood our screens but carry little weight. And we live in an age of distraction, where focus is stolen by machines designed to hijack attention. The Stoics gave us a blueprint to cut through this chaos, and the blueprint is surprisingly simple. Step 1, think less. Don't waste your mind on things outside your control. The world is full of storms you cannot stop. The only thing you can command is your own mind. When you learn to cut away the noise of useless thoughts, you make space for action. Step 2, speak less. Don't waste your voice on words that don't matter. Speak only when it adds value. Hold silence when it protects your peace. In a noisy world, silence itself becomes a mark of strength. And when you do speak, let your words carry the weight of wisdom, not the weight of insecurity. Step 3, focus more. Give your full attention to the present. Don't scatter your energy into 1,000 fragments. Protect your focus like treasure, because it is the one resource you cannot buy back once lost. Depth, not speed. Quality, not quantity. That is the way forward. The Stoic blueprint in modern life. Imagine living this way today. Instead of overthinking what might go wrong, you take the next step forward. Instead of arguing in every comment section, you save your words for what truly matters. Instead of chasing 10 different goals halfway, you focus on one thing deeply and master it. Such a person would stand out. In a world of noise, they would be calm. In a world of distraction, they would be sharp. In a world of shallow voices, they would speak with depth. That is the Stoic blueprint for this generation. A way of living that doesn't just make you calmer, but makes you stronger. Closing life lesson. The truth is this: your thoughts shape your inner world. Your words shape your outer world, and your focus shapes your destiny. So, think less, speak less, focus more. That is how you rise above the noise of the age and live with clarity, strength, and peace. And if these ideas resonated with you, here's one more Stoic challenge. Don't just listen. Act. Apply one lesson today. And if you'd like more wisdom like this, then stay close. This is just the beginning of our journey together. So follow, subscribe, and join us, not as an audience, but as fellow travelers walking the Stoic path in a noisy world.